For nearly 2 decades, he wore the uniform of the law, a trusted police officer sworn to protect the public. But behind the badge, he hid a chilling secret. David Carrick wasn't just an officer, he was a predator, using his position to control, intimidate, and abuse. This is the story of how one man betrayed the trust of those he vowed to protect, and how the truth finally came to light. For nearly 2 decades, David Carrick wore the uniform of a metropolitan police officer, trusted, respected, and responsible for protecting the public. But behind the authority of his badge, he hid a life of violence, manipulation, and sexual abuse that would eventually make him one of the UK's most notorious police offenders. Carrick joined the Met in 2001 and later served with the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. To the outside world, he appeared disciplined and reliable. To his victims, he was a predator who used his position to control, intimidate, and silence. Between 2003 and 2020, Carrick targeted women he believed he could dominate, women who, in his eyes, would never be believed over a police officer. Inside locked rooms and behind closed doors, he used threats, humiliation, and physical violence to maintain power. Some victims were starved, isolated from friends and family, or forced into degrading acts. Many lived in constant fear, convinced that reporting him would only make things worse. For years, the truth remained hidden. Complaints and warning signs were missed. Background checks failed. And each failure allowed Carrick to continue his abuse, confident that his status as an officer would protect him. But in 2021, everything changed. A single woman, refusing to remain silent, reported him. Her courage triggered a deeper investigation, one that uncovered a pattern far more disturbing than anyone expected. As detectives reopened old files and interviewed more women, the scale of Carrick's crimes became undeniable. In the courtroom, Carrick finally admitted to 49 offenses, including 24 counts of rape, false imprisonment, coercive control, and sexual assault. The crimes spanned nearly 20 years and involved a dozen women. The judge described his actions as systematic, brutal, and sexually violent, the behavior of a man who abused his authority to prey on those he claimed to protect. In February 2023, David Carrick was sentenced to life in prison, with a minimum of more than 30 years before he can even seek parole. The sentence reflected not only the severity of his crimes, but the profound betrayal of trust they represented. The case shook the Metropolitan Police to its core. Leaders issued public apologies. Internal reviews exposed serious failings in vetting, supervision, and accountability. And across the country, questions grew louder: how could a man like Carrick stay in the force for so long? And how many opportunities were missed to stop him? Today, Carrick sits behind bars. His badge is gone. His authority stripped. But the impact of his crimes continues, on the women he harmed, on public confidence, and on a police system forced to reckon with its failures. This is the story of the officer who used his power to destroy lives, and of the survivors whose voices finally exposed the darkness behind the uniform. The shocking story of David Carrick shows just how darkness can hide behind the badge. What do you think about how this went unnoticed for so long? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you want more gripping true crime stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for the latest updates.